count our dollars on the train to the party, and everyone who knows us knows that we're fine with this. We didn't come for money, but every song's like gold teeth, gray goose dripping in the bathroom, bloodstains, ball gowns, trash in the hotel room. We don't care. We're driving Cadillacs in our dream, but everybody's like crystal, Maybach, diamonds on your timepiece, jet planes, islands, tigers on a gold leash. We don't care. We aren't caught up in your love affair, and we'll never be royals. It's a run in our blood. That kind of love's just ain't for us. We crave a different kind of buzz. Let me be your ruler. You can call me Queen Bee, and baby I'll rule. Let me live that fantasy. All I wanna do is take your money. 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 We're better than we ever dreamed, and I'm in love with being queen. Life is great without a care. We aren't caught up in your love affair, and we'll never be royals. It's a run in our blood. That kind of love's just ain't for us. We crave a different kind of buzz. Let me be your ruler. You can call me Queen Bee, and baby I'll rule. Let me live that fantasy.
How is everyone doing today? It is April 2nd of 2022, and we are super excited for this month. It's a little bit unglamorous with the yard work and the amount of chores and stuff we have to go through in April to put this stuff together, but it's really a chance for us to vent off all the momentum and energy we have built up for wanting to grow stuff. Our goal for the yard this year and every year is to try to grow every year as if it was our last, and we really love gardening. We love to see unique things out in the yard. It's one of the things that compels us most to come out in the yard and keep doing this over and over again. It's April 2nd of 2022, and just kind of want to give you guys an idea of our plans this year. Angel just planted our first one out in the yard, which is some lettuces, some magenta chard, oak leaf lettuce, and red romaine lettuce. And then she planted our saved seeds and some leftover seeds from a seed pack of red Malabar spinach. We're using one of those dollar store cloches to kind of go over the top here. I'll probably pull it out of the sun. I don't know if I want it having too much direct sun right when it's been transplanted. Give me just 1 second. Alright, so back with you guys. We had a little bit of a loud vehicle roll through, so I cut the video short for a second, and we had to change batteries. This is like our 5th take on this, so I'm going to go ahead and try to finish it up. I don't want our videos to get too long, just to kind of jump in and share some of the momentum, share some of the ideas, and brainstorm with everybody and hang out for a second. We have so much fun doing videos and hanging out with you guys. We are super excited to grow this year. Angel planted some lettuces and some spinaches and chard up here. This is our first plants that were indoor grows. We're almost just going to give up on the lettuces at one point. We've harvested a lot of leaves off of this stuff already, enough to make several big salads, and still have some for hamburgers and storage and everything else. But lettuce is a really good grow. We're going to get this in the shade though, so it's not sitting out in the light too much like this and starts wilting back. When you transplant and stuff like that, you maybe want to get them a little bit of shade. This weather's not normal. What we do through most of May, or March and April, the second half of March and April, is we have 2 or 3 good warm days, and then we'll have a drop that'll be about a 5-day drop that'll get really, really cold. So this is a good day for us. These are the next ones that are kind of overcrowding, and we are planning on trying to get outdoors. This is Angel's Tufts of Chamomile. Really pretty flower on that one. Sorry if it's whitewashing and everything too. She bought me some snapdragon flowers. I wasn't feeling good recently. I got really sick. They got sick too, Angel and Kiddo, but I'm feeling a lot better now, and Angel bought me flowers. Snapdragons is one of my favorites. We like when the bees find them because they climb in the mouse and it looks like the dragon's talking on its own. Otherwise, when they get a little bit bigger, you can kind of squeeze the sides, and really cool flower. That's our toothache plant. If you look right here, we have lots and lots more. We've already harvested probably 15 of these right here. I've heard it called the medicine plant too recently. The leaves are actually edible too and are really mild in comparison to the flower. So the leaves might be best for drying or even just using fresh in a tea or something if you're trying to make a tea, because that stuff is super potent. Me and Kiddo might be doing a video pretty soon coming up of trying one of these on camera so we can kind of explain it to you guys or show it to you guys a little bit differently. But this is the toothache plant, and right here is a rogue piece of ginger that we I think it was the one that didn't go. We had reused the soil when transplanting the toothache plant in here, so there's a piece of ginger growing in there. We have a lot more growing inside, but this is an outdoor video and a yard video, and this is cinnamon basil that is flowering as well. So we're hoping to collect seeds on this possibly before it's even transplanted, but it's done really well. We got this from Rachel Andorfer at Oxart Gardening. The toothache plant came from Irene's garden. These are a couple snapdragons Angel got from Home Depot, I think. She rescued and brought home. Still tons of flowers getting ready to go off in chamomile. These are the next ones to make it into our yard. So this video is already probably getting a little bit long. Tons of buckets. We leave our branches in so that we can pull them out where we'll put the new plant, and we'll usually chop the roots off and throw the big stick stem away because it's hard to break down for mulch when you have such small amount of space. This is Kiddo's Densiformis yew. We've had this 5 years now. It's just a shrub, but we like to trim it down. It's an evergreen type. Densiformis yew is what it's called, and this is actually really soft. They look like they would be normally pokey pine needles, but they're actually really soft, and it's doing really well. Kiddo's responsible for this plant. He hasn't trimmed it back for a minute, but I'm sure he'll get on it pretty soon, so that we'll kind of trim it off into a ball and let it grow this year again. This is a Green Beauty boxwood we've had for about the same amount of time. It's getting lots of new growth on the ends of it. This one's really going to do well this year, I can tell. We usually just chop them up and then use them for mulch in themselves, so they kind of refertilize themselves and we don't really have to mess with the soil, anything else like that. I'd like to have them out of the buckets. They'd make really giant plants somewhere, but for now we just have them here, and they're kind of like our legacy plants. This is me and Angel's, and this is Kiddo's right here. Densiformis yew and a Green Beauty boxwood. This is our Renegade flower bucket. It's got irises that are greening up, starting. It's got a lot of bulbs in here going right now. These are irises, and right here you might be able to see is some hyacinth. So those are coming back on their own. It's just a winter bucket. Sometimes we throw excess flowers in there. I'm sure that we'll probably see, what was the one? Sweet Williams we almost always get every year in here, and then a few others. And sometimes when we get some wildflower seeds or some extra seeds or something we want to see, or we'll get a plant from a giveaway or something, we'll just plant the flowers and stuff back in this corner. We are grossly negligent on growing flowers in our yard, but this Renegade bucket right here, it's just grown a lot of beautiful things. It'll be the first thing to start showing blooms this year. So that's growing. We kind of shouldn't have covered up the rosemary and the lemon balm. They would have came back if we would have covered them, but possibly with something that had light. We had this dark cover over the top of them, and they kind of died out. So we'll be getting some rosemary and lemon balm, probably from our local nursery rather than starting from seed, because some of these can take a while to get started, and it's like go time over here for us. And this is onions, most of them, and garlic. Most of them are the Egyptian walking onions or the walking onions, and some of them are a smaller bunching onion, but they wintered over for us. I'm probably going to spread some more soil in here and maybe put a couple more garlic cloves in here and maybe some onion seeds, but really these right here will dominate these containers by themselves right now, even if I don't do anything with them. We use a lot of the onion greens. These walking onions, what they do is they produce the onion at the top. They'll produce a scape thing that'll come up, and it'll have like flowers for a second, but it mostly just turns into these onion bulbs, and they're actually on the top. And then once that weight gets to be too much, the entire grouping of bulbs will tip over and root right there, and then it'll try to shoot up again. So that's how they walk, as they take those steps and stuff. But most of these, there is some garlic in here that I know that came from Citystead a couple years ago that is still kind of, we haven't really gave it the best shot it probably could, but it's still growing in there. And most of these came from Little Bean's garden. She had gave us some of the walking onions a couple years ago. We'd planted them, they're wintering over for us and doing really, really well. So everything out here is a massive amount of work, needing a lot to be done. We mass crowd tons and tons of plants. We'll probably have about 20 types of peppers, about 50 plants, about 20 types of tomatoes, with about 30 or 40 plants. We try to plant corn back here. We're going to do lots and lots of extra beans this year, but wanted to show everybody the yard. It is April 2nd of 2022. This is UT Angel and Kiddo, and it's April now, so April's our hardening off process and a lot of work process. We'll get some good weather and some bad, but ready to go and ready to grow with everybody. So we love you guys, and we'll catch you next time. Sorry if this video is a little bit long. Really excited, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Alright, how's it going? I love my beard in the cold season, and Angel don't seem to mind it too much either, but it's starting to get warm around here, and as soon as the spring hits it's gonna go. So I wanted to give one last vote. Does my hair look like Animal from Sesame Street or Fizzgig from the Dark Crystal? Animal from Sesame Street or Fizzgig from the Dark Crystal. So by the next time I do this video, hopefully by the end of this weekend, this beard's going to be gone at least. I might keep the hair. I'm getting a little bit older, and I know that my reign of terror is almost over for having the ability to grow lots of hair. So I'll probably keep the hair for a minute, but I'm definitely shaving the beard, and wanted to show everybody all this majestic lion's mane. So I love you guys. We're having a great time. We're super excited, and we're here for you if you need anything, and super excited to grow with everyone. Catch you again. Love you.